When somebody asks you about your business and what your business does, can you answer them in a really fun, succinct, exciting 30-second elevator pitch that leaves them fully understanding what you do and how you help people? Or do you go on rambling for 30 minutes, just throwing out more word vomit at them, hoping that they're going to finally understand what you do and who you help, while you slowly watch their eyes glaze over? If you're that second one and you want to figure out exactly how to craft your messaging and your sales pitch, then this is the video for you. Today, I'm going to show you my easy 3-step process to go from no idea how to answer that dreaded question, so what does your business do, to knowing exactly what to say in an easy, memorable format. This is something that I've used on hundreds of my different clients to help to figure out what is their clear messaging. And it's also what I've used and finessed over time for my own agency persuasion experience. And now when I coach people in our different coaching programs on this 3-step system, a light bulb goes off and they finally understand how to create that pitch. So let's get into it. Step 1 is getting your messaging. And when it comes to your marketing, everything's just inputs and outputs, right? So if we can get these core components, it's going to be really easy to write things like your sales proposal or headlines, or to answer that question. So when we are doing the messaging, there's 5 core components. The first one is your market category. So what market category would you put yourself into? For example, in persuasion experience, I would say we're an agency. We're not a consultancy. We're not a freelancer. We're not an in-house marketing team. Our market category is agency. Whether we like it or not, that's our market category. And that market category is important because that's how people are going to contextualize the benefits of what you do. It's like the baseline of what you do. So if you think about this, if you were going to launch new tractor into the market and then you decided to put it into a car dealership, then people are going to expect, and you're like, this is a car, go look at it. People are going to expect a certain baseline level of features, and then the added things are going to be what makes you stand out. So they're going to be expecting airbags and comfy seats and air conditioning, etc. And if your tractor doesn't have that because it's in the wrong market category, it's going to be very confusing for people. So that's the first thing I want you to write down, is what is your market category, and pause this video if you need a second to think about it. Number 2 is you're going to get really succinct on what we do. So what do you actually do in one very clear sentence? For example, what I do in my agency is I run paid ads and build lead machine funnels. That's in its simplest format. Of course, there's more to it than that, but for now, we're really looking for one sentence, like 3 to 5 words of what you do. Keep it simple. Don't try and overcomplicate it. That's been your problem in the past, probably. The next one is who we do it for. So in very succinctly 3 to 5 words, who is your target market? Who is your niche? If you struggle to find a niche, or if you're not sure which target market to hone in on, I have another video to help you to do that. But for now, think about your dream customer and how can you describe them in 3 to 5 words. For example, in our agency persuasion experience, who we do it for is B2B or B2C companies who need to scale, who are ambitious and want to scale from beyond 7 to 8 figures, but they're stuck because they don't have a predictable, consistent way to bring in leads. Once you have that, we want to get really clear on the BAP. We call this the big ass problem. So now we want to get clear in 3 to 5 words on the problem that you solve, because businesses just exist to solve problems. So what is the big problem you solve? And now, of course, I'm sure there's other problems that you solve, but there's usually one really big one. So as an example, with our market, the big problem that it solves is that they don't have a predictable, consistent way to generate high quality leads and convert their traffic, which is keeping them stuck. That's the big problem that we solve. And then the final one is that big result, that dream outcome. Once you execute for them, once you've done doing the thing, what's that dream outcome that you deliver? What's the big result? For us, it's kind of rephrasing the problem, but it's that they have a predictable, consistent, scalable lead generation machine so they can 10x their marketing and grow their revenue. Okay, so now that you have those components of your messaging, we can move into step number 2, which is your proprietary system. So the messaging are the components we're going to need to create your elevator pitch. But now we want to think about, well, what's the unique way that you get the results? And all of you watching would have a system, because that's how you deliver your service or deliver your product. You've probably just never taken the time to map it out step by step and give it a name. And that's what we want to do today. day. It's really, really important to nail this proprietary or unique system, whatever you want to call it, for two core reasons. Number one, you want your market to feel like you have a proven, repeatable system to get them the results. For example, in the world of agencies, there's heaps of agency bros out there. Everyone's been burnt to a crisp before. So when you start to give your systems names, well, that helps you to become an authority. And if you're not an authority, you're a commodity. So having this proven, repeatable system helps to build your authority, and it also helps them to feel like this is something that they haven't tried before. That's what we want your product or service to feel like, because if it feels like more of the same, feels like something that they've already tried, why would they do this with you? They've already tried that. So for us, we have names for everything, basically. We have names for every system and then every step within the system. We have the full funnel system, and then each component within the system has its own steps. They're systems within systems, basically, like those Russian dolls. But for you, I just want you to come up with the proprietary system for your overarching delivery mechanism. And it's very easy. We're just going to give it a name. So it might end up just being the acronym of what you do. I don't know. But then you're going to map out the 3 to 5 steps, and you're going to keep it super simple and high level. You're not going to go into the weeds. You're not going to overcomplicate it. You're not going to tell them too much. It's going to be a name and then 3 different steps. In each of those steps, you're going to have step 1, the name of the step and why it's important. Step 2, the name of the step and why it's important, etc. for 3 to 5 steps. So if we talk about our PX funnel system, PX is short for persuasion experience, we have 4 steps. So step number 1 is the rapid research system to read the minds of your customers and to uncover why they buy. Step 2 is the PX funnel. Now this is where we map out and optimize every single touch point that somebody's going to have with your business for maximum leads. Step 3 is where we build your lead machine offer that's going to motivate and persuade more of that traffic to turn into and convert into high quality leads. And then step 4, we have launch into the wild and optimize the results. So that's where we're writing the high converting brand response copy. We're doing the beautiful world-class design, the pixel perfect. We're launching the funnel and the traffic, the paid ads out into the wild. And then we're doing ongoing conversion rate optimization to improve the results and to keep improving that marketing flywheel. So for us, that's our proprietary system. It sounds different to what people have done, and people feel confident because it shows and demonstrates that we have a proven, repeatable system for them to come into. They're not going to be a guinea pig. So step 1 is the messaging. Step 2 is that proprietary system. We're about to get into step number 3. Now, all of these are important because they're going to become ingredients to this elevator pitch. So stay with me. Number 3 is your social proof statement. So what I want you to think about is, what's your irrefutable proof statement that in one sentence, if you said blah, 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 people go, oh shit. Yeah, you do know what you're doing. You do have the receipts to back it up. Now, if you're just getting started in business, this is going to be a lot weaker than somebody that's been in business for 3 or 5 or 20 years. I understand that. You just have to make the best of what you have. That's what happened when we started our business. We had to start a weaker proof statement, and then we built on it, and now we can have a really strong proof statement. So for example, a lot of agencies might say they have $100 million under management. They've launched over 3,000 different ad sets, blah, blah, blah. What we're looking for here is numbers to demonstrate that you've done the thing. So for us, we have different proof statements or different elements of proof that we whip out depending on the situation and who we're talking to. But the one that we've tested many times, because it takes time to test these and you have to have more conversations and you have to do more sales calls and go to live events and do these things to really finesse this, this is the one that seems to stick. I've launched over 500 landing pages and funnels across 120 different niches, including for billion-dollar brands like Linktree, Kogan, and Wayflyer. When I tell somebody that, they stop and their brain goes, holy shit, this chick knows what she's talking about. And that's what I want you to create for yourself. So now that we've done those 3 steps, messaging, proprietary system, social proof, now let's put it all together. So now when somebody asks you, what does your business do? This is the template that you can use. The only market category that uses proprietary system to get what you do for target market to get results. So see how this is just all inputs and outputs. If you get your inputs wrong, yeah, garbage in, garbage out. That's why it's important for us to take the time to figure these things out. And to be honest, you're not going to nail it the first time. Sorry if no one's told you, business isn't easy. It takes time. You've got to keep testing this out and seeing what resonates with the market. It took us quite a while. We'll probably keep refining it because that's the thing. Your messaging and your pitch and your business is a constant iteration. It's a constant evolution. So what you choose now might be different in a month or 6 months or a year. And that's okay, because you will evolve. So now I'm going to give you 2 examples of how I'm going to use this information that we just crafted. Now, I very rarely would ever read out that template word for word. What I find it's really useful for is to make sure that my whole company is on the same page. So if my EA needs to write an entry for an award, I don't know, or if our media buyer needs to do ads, or if I need to make a sales proposal, whatever it is, we're all on the same page about what the company is. So all of the messaging going out into the world is going to be congruent. So if I was using the template exactly, I might say, I run an agency called Persuasion Experience. We're the only paid traffic and funnel agency to use the PX funnel system to build a predictable, consistent lead generation system for high-ticket B2B and B2C businesses who want to attract high-quality leads and scale their marketing. We created the PX funnel system after launching 500 plus funnels across 120 plus niches, including for billion-dollar brands like Linktree, Kogan, and Wayflyer. Now that's good. That's like if I was going on a podcast and they wanted my bio, I could give them that, but it doesn't feel very organic for me to say. So especially if this is when somebody asks you, so what does your business do? And you want to be able to verbally articulate that, I would start having a play with those inputs and seeing what comes out really organically. So an example for me might be, so at Persuasion Experience, we create lead machine funnels for B2B and B2C clients who are ready to scale beyond 7 or 8 figures, but they feel stuck because they don't have a predictable, consistent way to generate high quality leads. So what we do is we optimize their paid ads to attract the best traffic, and then we manage their post-click experience to squeeze every cent out of their marketing budget and find new opportunities to grow their business. That is in what I would call a bit more Alicia language. And that's the thing with the template. It just gets you started, and then just word vomit to yourself and then see what sticks and what feels really natural to you. So team, thus concludes this video, which is how to create that core messaging, that elevator pitch. We walked through those 3 steps: your messaging, your proprietary system, your social proof, and then we put it all together into that template. And now you're going to be able to go away and practice it. Hey, what I encourage you to do is, why don't you leave your template, fill it into the comments, and I'll give you feedback on how you can make it even better. I'm here to help. If you enjoyed this video and you want more videos on how to get high quality leads, if you want more information on landing pages and funnels and marketing strategies that are proven to work, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.